Oh, hello. Thank you all for joining.
Hi.
Hi. One sec. Yeah, so I see well, Stacy, maybe you're the only new face here today. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm happy to. So I'm Stacy Potter. I started at the OpenSSF as the community manager. I think this is my fourth week, so still pretty new and fresh around here. But I will be attending this meeting, I think, as much as I possibly can. Really want to get involved with this group. So yeah, if anyone has any questions, community related or otherwise, I'm here. Ask away. I'm in Slack and all the places. And yeah, I'm just I'll be in the background for now, but hopefully I'll have more information to share as things progress.
Yeah, thank you. So I'll add your name to the list in a moment. We don't have a whole lot on the agenda today. Um, so I will just get right started. Um, So we are, I think, very close to kicking off the mentorship program. And we've got two projects there that are going to be opening up applications. One of the projects can support up to 3 students or mentees, and the other will be supporting 1 mentee. And each project has kind of a lot of kind of several different options for just adjusting my ring light, sorry. Several options for kind of different kind of deliverables to work on. I think the RS Tough project is going to be pretty focused on adding new and interesting features. And we've talked, maybe we should just invite the mentors to come here one day and talk about it. But um, the idea there is to work in very close collaboration with Cairo, the mentor, and the and all of the mentees that eventually sign up. The other project is Get Tough, and there are also a few options from what I've seen. So there's some web development, there's some documentation, there's some kind of more kind of programming style projects. So hopefully something for everyone, or whoever is accepted can just pick or maybe work on all of them a little bit. It's very much up to the mentors how they want to run things. So yeah. And then I guess the final note I'll give is if everything goes according to plan, we'll be opening the applications later this week or early next week. So yeah. Any questions about that actually? No, okay, cool. So we do have a Slack channel. It is the OpenSSF mentorship channel. Yeah, that's what it's called. Mostly it's just kind of the mentors and the PMs, kind of us and us kind of program chairs or whatever we're called, over kind of discussing logistics. I have a to-do item to add some of the kind of discussion we had with the mentors and us last Friday about, yeah, just how we want to run the program throughout the summer. Yeah, so anyone can join this channel, but we'll be also creating private channels for the projects once they're there, so that mentees and mentors can have kind of a more small scale private conversation. Yeah. So yeah, go ahead, Stacey.
Yeah, so I was just curious since I'm so new. It's newbie questions here. But the mentorship program, I was also trying to take notes, so I was scrambling to write down what you were saying.
Oh,
Um,
thank you.
so RS Tough is involved and Get Tough are involved. Are there other mentorship programs at this point, or is that something that you guys are all kind of working to build out as you go?
We're working to build out as we go. We had sort of we'd reached out to a few other current projects, and everyone is sort of saying, well, we're not sure we have the maintainers
Bandwidth.
have like the bandwidth exactly.
Yeah, it's a
So
lot.
yeah, and it's a 12-week program, and there's
Okay,
um kind of, I don't want to say an expectation, but it's a pretty common practice to have weekly check-ins and just be interacting with the students a lot. Or I keep saying students, I mean mentees.
yeah.
Um, and yeah, so it is a time commitment, but we just kind of hope that these first two projects will, yeah, pave the way and all those things. Um, yeah.
Is there a point person for the Get Tough project as well yet, or not quite?
There is. So Cairo is
Okay,
the RSF person, like I said, and
right.
Patrick Zielinski, I think, is the point person for Get Tough.
Okay, cool.
He and
I'll make a
Aditya
note.
will be kind of working hand in hand, kind of just depending on who's available.
Got
They're both grad students, and so they also have limited time to be
right.
mentoring. And so, for example, Cairo will probably also work with another one of his maintainers to co-mentor, just because he's going on summer vacation for a few weeks, which everyone should. So, yeah, I think it's going to be a good experience, but yeah, the hope is to kind of grow out uh, the project. I'm seeing a message from Harmony. Um, yes, so this is actually Harmony. The mentorship is OpenSSF wide. It's just that the Bear Working Group is kind of spearheading the effort, because it's sort of under our mission to bring in sort of new members and reach communities that we would potentially otherwise not reach. So it felt like a natural initiative for us, but it is OpenSSF wide. We are just, yeah, like I said, driving it. Does that answer your question, or was there
Yes,
something
yes,
else?
yes. Yeah,
Okay.
it does answer my question. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Here's like my second or third meeting with the bag, and I'm kind of like pretty much interested in what's going on, what's happening. If somehow I could help out, like facilitate the process, yeah, I'll be happy to help.
Okay. You
Okay,
were you
thank
were
you.
cutting off a little bit there, so I didn't fully understand if you had a question. Um, Go ahead. Sorry.
Can you hear me? My clear?
Um, it's not very clear. It sounds, yeah, just choppy. Yeah, thank you. Sorry about the issues that you're having. So yeah, I don't know if this is what you were maybe trying to ask Harmony as well. But something that I should really mention is that, so anyone here is, of course, welcome to send in an application to the projects once they are open and available. It's really OpenSSF wide, and probably even beyond that, just because it's part of the LFX is hosting the program. It, in the sense that that's where kind of the application happens and some of those things. And so anyone online has access to the mentorship. So um, yeah. Uh, Ah, thank you, Harmony. Yeah, so Harmony said I'll say this since maybe not everyone has a chat. That this is third or fourth, or sorry, third or second meeting, and would love to help in facilitating anyway. Um, so yeah, no, you're always welcome to facilitate Harmony. Um, yeah, if you want to, let's talk more about that too, since we have some upcoming office hours that you may want to kind of participate in. And yeah, then we can kind of go from there. And yeah, we're always looking for contributions. So is the documentation you're asking about for the Bear working group or for the mentorship? Yes. Yeah, so Prince just posted, yeah, the mentorship, that's a general mentorship link. We'll have kind of direct links to our projects as well, that we can share later this week. Yeah. I guess any other questions or comments about the mentorship? I see that Ijoma just joined. Hello. Um,
Hi, Marcella.
Hi. Thanks for joining. So yeah, the yeah, if there are no other questions about the mentorship for now, I think oh, there is actually one more thing I can mention, and I don't know if you have more information about this, Stacy, actually, is the travel grants, the openness of travel grants for conferences. I know Naomi was uh, kind of she had shared some information with me because I'd asked, but I don't know if you have more context at this point that
I
you would like to
am
share.
still getting up to speed. I have
Okay.
seen some information flying about about travel funding. I have not come up to speed on that topic just yet. But I'm happy if there's any particular questions you guys are interested in asking, then I'm happy to go and search out that information and come back. I can post in our Slack channel or anything like that. So yeah, feel free to ask.
Yeah, Ijoma, go ahead.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. So, for the funding, is it just for OpenSSF related events or any events related to, what's the criteria to getting this funding and what's the cap limit? What do you need to look out for? What do you need to prepare from your own end to be eligible for the funding?
So I am taking notes, and I am happy to seek out this information for you and get back to you in particular, as well as just the group in general. So yeah, thanks for those questions. I'm just writing down in the note stock right now. And I know I've seen information. Again, none of it's stuck in my head right now, so I just have to go and find it and get back to you all.
Yeah, I just found the email that Naomi sent me about
Oh,
this.
fabulous.
So
Great.
there is a Google form, which I don't know where that's available currently.
Think I have it. I'll
And
look for it
then
right now.
a team of you, Stacy, I guess, Krobe and Adrian will review requests, approve or deny. If approved, the recipient of the funds can either go ahead and kind of book their flights and hotels and everything, and then be reimbursed after the trip, or ask OpenSSF to arrange travel through a travel agency, I guess. So, and then, yeah, the requester then doesn't have to also pay directly for funds, OpenSSF handles that. Yeah, that's basically the outline.
And I found the form, so I'll post it here. And there should be details in there when you click that link. Yeah. Thanks, Marcel.
Thank you. Yeah, I haven't clicked on this form to see what's on it. But I think Ijuma's questions about eligibility and caps and all that are very good.
Right.
And yeah, there's some minor information about that in here now that I'm opening this up. It just says yeah, so it just says, I think it sounds like it's not limited to OpenSSF events, that it's any kind of open source related community event. Yeah. So yeah, that's great. The link is in the notes, though I can probably also just share it here in the chat.
I got it. There you
Oh,
go.
okay. Thank you. Yeah, beat me to it. So yeah, yeah, I'm glad I remembered that since I had gotten information about that. And so I guess I'm going to open it up to any other business if anyone has other topics they want to bring. Otherwise, we can spend a little bit of time doing some planning for this week's office hours.
I have just one quick thing.
Yeah.
I will be putting a call out to all the channels and all the projects and things like this, but OpenSSF does have a little bit of funding where we go and we actually have a booth at some various events. So what I will be doing is kind of coming into meetings like this and other working groups and project meetings and just trying to see if anyone within those working groups or project meetings will be either attending, or if you want to travel London to attend some of these events, then certainly apply. And then we'll be asking for like project demos or anything like that. So if anyone is interested, you know, if you're going to any of the upcoming community day events or, you know, open source conferences, KubeCons, et cetera, et cetera. I think there's several events that we're going to be at. And again, I'll put a specific call out to folks, but just kind of mentioning it here, that if there's any events that you're going to be kind of speaking at where we're going to have a booth, we'd love to have you kind of come and maybe get a demo or you know, work the booth for an hour or two or something like that. So putting that kind of out there now, and then we'll put a specific call out later on.
Yeah, thank you. I know at the Open Source Summit, which is I think the only open source conference I attended last year, yeah, the OpenSSF booth was very popular and just cool to visit. So yeah, no, and I think there were several demos that people were giving at the booth as well. So yeah, no, thank you for bringing that to our attention. And on the note of conferences, I think the CFP for OpenSSF Community Day India is open.
Yes, Japan is also open through the 27th, I believe. So
Okay.
yeah, if anyone's interested.
Yeah. Yeah, so the Community Day India closes Sunday, May 4th. So there's another week, I guess, for that one. Week and a half. So as always, I encourage everyone here to submit something related, even if it's a talk that's already been given somewhere else. These community days, I think, are a good venue. So yeah, I guess we can
I'll try and
share.
copy all those events into the notes for
Awesome.
for reference.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah. Um, Prince has a question about applying to work at the booth at open source or OpenSSF Community Day Japan. Yeah, how does that actually work? Can anyone just reach out to you, Stacey, about the booth?
Yeah, I would say just reach out to me directly, and we'll work on these things together. I know that Prince, we were having some visa issues with your travel before. So yeah, if we can get that buttoned up before, but yeah, I would say if you're interested, yeah, reach out to me and I'll work with you and we'll figure it out.
Yeah. And Japan is coming up and India is coming up also, right? So I think those are two other options, or that is another option, Prince. So and then the OpenSSF Community Day Europe is sometime in August as well, right? So there are
Yeah,
several.
and again, I'm gonna put them all in the doc. I'm kind of going and searching for all those links right now, so I'll put them all in the doc.
Thanks. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, any other business? In that case, and I'll also follow up with Jasenia about this, but we have our next community office hours this Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern. I'm trying to find the schedule. Oh, that is the wrong spreadsheet. Okay, so yes, the upcoming event will be about celebrating women in open source. We've been hosting very kind of community focused or should say affinity group focused events in our community office hours this year. Just feels like the right time to do that. And yeah, so there are several women in this group today, which is great. And also just across OpenSSF, right? And so anyone is welcome to join. This is not just a conversation for women to join, but we do sort of want to kind of get a bunch of us together and talk about our experiences, the good, the bad, and the ugly in open source for us. So yeah, hopefully people will join. I know last month we had our mental health discussion in tech and open source, and that also ended up being a very should I say kind of like a very healing discussion, I'll say almost, in the sense that everyone is very open. So you know, that's the sort of those are the kinds of discussions that we want to be able to support in these office hours. Yeah, so certainly I invite everyone here to join on Thursday. And probably some LinkedIn message is going to be going out about this. But spread the word in your networks, please. And I think we always work with the marketing team on getting the news out about the office hours. So we're going to be blasting it on Slack. So go ahead, Ijoma.
So we usually have this flyer that we put out so we can use to promote. Do we have something like that for this coming one?
I haven't seen one. And I'm
I remember
yeah.
I was in charge of that. I totally forgot about my duties.
No worries, no worries. Things happen. Yeah, if you can make a flyer, so that we can start advertising the event today or tomorrow, that's good. Yeah, no pressure either though. Yeah, if you can, that'd be great. Otherwise,
What's the topic? The info. Okay, you can just drop it on Slack, and I'll pick it up from there.
yeah, I'll do that. But the topic is celebrating women in open source.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
yeah.
Same
So,
time, right?
sorry, say it again.
Same time, same time.
Yeah, same time as always. Thursday, April 24th. The Zoom link is the same one as always. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for taking that on, Ijoma. And so, do you have a thread with Sally? I think Sally and Angela were helping us with that. If not, we can get a thread started with everyone. And I think rather than having kind of designated speakers, we'll probably just yeah, try to make sure that we have that we do a call out to really the whole community to join.
I think I
So
wrote down the wrong date. What did you, I thought I heard you say April 4th, but it's not. April 4th is already passed. So
24th,
24th. Okay, so this Thursday.
yeah, this Thursday, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you still have a question, Ijoma, or is your hand up from before?
From before, sorry.
You're good. Yeah, so I think that's all I had. We can go through the questions really quickly if people are interested in doing that. And then probably give everyone a good chunk of their hour back. I'll find it here. My glasses on for this. So I think a lot of the questions that we're going to be asking are going to be overlapping with a lot of the other questions we've already asked in previous office hours. So share here. Yeah, so have our mental health questions. Those are a little more tailored to that. But I think we can take several questions from the Black History Month discussion, from the neurodiversity discussion about, personal journey, and maybe just tailor some of these more to, sort of focus on gender and how that just affects how we navigate open source and cybersecurity. And yeah, probably some of these getting started questions as well. I don't think I'll be facilitating, so maybe the one outstanding kind of task is to find a facilitator who will ask these questions. I may or may not see if Crobe can do that. Yeah, but honestly, anyone here if you wanted to facilitate, that'd be totally fine too. Any questions about these questions or any ideas and comments?
Jima, you wanna?
Okay, yeah. So since I wanted to know the format we're gonna be using for the next, because the last one was more of like open mic, like the mental health office hours. So just raise your hand and share. So for this next one, we are talking about celebrating women in open source. So do we have speakers? Are we inviting speakers? Do we have guest speakers that we want to ask some questions? Is it gonna be in a form of a panel session, or will it still be open mic where you can just talk about any idea you have about celebrating women and just based on the topic for the day?
Yeah, so I'd imagined a more open mic format again. So for the mental health, we still had a facilitator, I think it was me, asking questions. So we could still guide the discussion a little bit and just kind of, yeah, just ask these kind of seed questions that from there, everyone who was attending sort of took it from there. But so yeah, to answer your question, Ijoma, we don't have it. We don't have speakers at the moment. I think the open mic forum actually worked pretty well last month. If you didn't think so, you should also let us know so that we can change things back.
No, no, that was good.
Cool. Yeah. So yeah, so I think it's going to be very much kind of like that, where we still have questions, we still have sort of one person responsible for kind of, maybe we sort of exhaust one discussion topic and then we can kind of uh, ask in a new question and to kind of continue seeding the discussion.
Yeah,
But yes.
yeah, but then I'm just scared because one thing with open mic sessions are it could it could become a little dry at some point, depending on the type of audience you have during the call. Maybe you are left with people that don't want to share or don't want to so you wouldn't know what to do at that point because you cannot force them to share or mute their mic and say something. But then if you're a speaker, of course, definitely you have to answer those questions. So I'm just scared, but it's fine. The last one we had was wonderful. Everybody was open. So hopefully this next one will be the same as well or way better.
Yeah, I get your concerns. So maybe one thing we can do is yeah, let's make sure that at least, I don't know, you, me, and Yesenia are there. So if nobody else is speaking, at least the three of us can speak. Um, and so maybe hopefully that can kind of get around some of the I guess maybe shyness of some people perhaps. Um, I get that having the meetings being recorded is sometimes makes some people more hesitant to share, but no, I think everyone was very like respectful, but also open to kind of sharing their vulnerable moments last time. So hopefully it's similar. I know this is a topic that a lot of people are passionate about as well. So hopefully, as you were saying, Ijoma, it'll be like last month or better. But I totally get your point. So um, that was kind of my secret plan, was to say, well, at least have a few of us sort of regular community members join, and hopefully we can act as the sort of uh, motivating participants to kind of get other people to feel more comfortable, also speaking about their experiences. Yeah. Yeah, the risk is always there. That's true. Although I really have gotten the sense that the community is starting to open up a bit more, as this working group is around longer and as we have more of these office hours. So hopefully the trend keeps going. The other part too, and maybe this is more a question for you, Stacy. Is there, I mean, we'd love to have all the PMs as well and everyone from OpenSSF staff, that was hard, join. So I know there's a lot of ladies in the groups there as well. So yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe putting out a call that just says, hey, we're having this thing, like come and join us, right? I can certainly ask around internally. I don't think I have anything else scheduled during that meeting, so I will definitely try and be there. And I know that Adrian is a big voice in OpenSSF too, so but she's out on vacation this week. Finally.
Okay.
So but yeah, I'll try and be there and I'll try and recruit some folks.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, we'll put out a call.
Yeah.
But I know sometimes, yeah, I know these our meetings are really open to everyone, not just sort of community members, but also staff. And so just wanted to make sure everyone feels actually welcome and invited to join. Cool. Yeah. So we'll be putting out a call, and once Ijoma, you have the graphic ready, the flyer ready, we can send that around the different Slack channels and social.
You'll get it today.
Thank you so much. Yeah. All right. I think we have a plan. I'll take the action item to find a facilitator for this meeting and or for the community office hours, and yeah, then we can go from there. We can work with them on questions and send those out beforehand, and hopefully it'll be a good group. Great. Any other final questions, comments, ideas? Cool. If not, yeah, everyone gets what is this, 18 minutes back? So yeah, have a good rest of your week. Thank you all for attending, and hope to see you there on Thursday.
Awesome. Thanks. Bye, everybody.
Have a good week.
Bye,
Bye.
Thanks, you too.
everyone.